away from Freddie Rasmussen, and it's side-by-side between Rona trying to go around the outside of Abbey Corner as Sebastian Job loses second place. He's down a position. Lucas Blakely is up, then it's Longuet, Burrowman, and it's looking tough once again for Jarno Opmeer. The champion getting shuffled wide there as they come through Aintree Corner for the first time, and it's Rasmussen getting the perfect getaway. Then Rona, Job, Blakely the championship leader, then Longuet, Smith and Opmeer in 7th as Sheepbosh improves up to 8th. Meanwhile, we're back to live pictures on board with Lucas Blakely in the form of his life right now. He's taken the win in Bahrain, he's taken the win in Imola. If he takes it again today, that will send fear throughout all of his rivals because he's been in good form in other competitions this year. He had that breakthrough last. That's a late move. What a late lunge in the background there for Jarno Opmeer, who had a struggle around this circuit 1 year ago. He knows in the championship he can't afford another one after falling out of the points, and he's attacking Matt on the medium tyres.
Exactly that, and he's looking up the inside of Cox. We see now this is
send one. Oh, and he gets through. Well, it was tight stuff on the way there. Tight into Brooklands, a few corners later, tight into Copse. If you bolt that tyre on, you've got to make it work. You've got to make those moves. He has, and after a tough opening few corners on lap 1, on lap 2, it's looking better for him.
Jarno Opmeer's in the pits already, so Opmeer, lap 9, he's had enough of those mediums, and he is going to do that alternate strategy that we have seen him do so many times, going against the grain.
Going against the grain, but going against the grain in F1 22, the esports build of the game. So he puts on the hard tyre. So they're all on the hard tyre. But now he goes through the pain of generating that tyre temperature. We're focusing on the driver in second place at the moment. All the while, Jarno Opmeer just trying to not take too much out of those tyres, to not spike the temperature and lose the grip, and ultimately get them into a temperature window where he can perform and try and put eventual pressure on this lot. But the first of the top 4 to come into the pits and make his stop to change tyre compounds. Barry Burrowman's got a 3-second penalty as Blakely hits his marks, and he's not the only one coming in as well.
But there's Lucas Blakely. Look where Jarno Opmeer is in comparison.
Yeah. Side by side, Opmeer and Longuet, they're at it again. Hard tyres versus medium tyres on the exit of Woodcote Corner. All the way through as we go to the high angle, and that is ruining the gamble that Opmeer went for. He went very, very early. He was bold, and with Blakely trying to get the temperature there, for a moment he was ahead. For a moment there was an opportunity for Opmeer, and it has expired in a couple of corners. Lucas Blakely, this is for a place on the podium, we believe, all the way around the outside. That's a mighty move to get past his rival, who was ahead before the pit stop phase. And Lucas Blakely, we knew was in good form. That was special.
Job's really struggling out there, it seems. That's a move I was not expecting to see from Blakely all the way round the outside. Brilliant move as we now see Rasmussen and Ronhart into the pits. Now, they may well lose track position. We could see Blakely in the lead of this race, but they're going to have much fresher medium tyres. That's what I love about this. Rasmussen and Ronhart at the front, dictating what they want to do with their strategy. Everyone else rolling the dice, trying to get a bit of track position. This could be a very interesting next 12 laps.
And wait for it, heading onto the circuit. Freddie Rasmussen has track position over Ronhart, but Blakely will have the tyre temperature and he will be cruising up to the back of them. So it's worked, they've maintained track position, but that gap is going to go down from 4/10 to 3/10, and the championship leader is making up the ground all the while. Rasmussen and Ronhart doing the business and staying ahead, but they've now got to go through the pain of the warm-up. And Rasmussen now has a tactical call to make. Let the young man go and chase his first win when he's looking for win number 11. The old master up against the young apprentice who's coming out on top here.
Let's not forget Mexico last year. Was it Freddie Rasmussen? Jarno, I think it was Jarno Opmeer, just was scared off the road, let Rasmussen through and then allowed him to get DRS on him. Will there be those kind of tactics again? Oh no, I've made a mistake. Please come through, Ronhart. We don't know. Ronhart is a rookie of this F1 Esports series, but he's got a lot of league racing under his belt. This is not the first time he's raced Rasmussen. He knows how to win, but can he do it on the main stage?
last lap of the race. It's all about these two. No one else has been able to live with them today.
I promise you, Freddie's got something in the tank to defend as well. He would not leave himself vulnerable. But Ronhart, penultimate lap of the race, he just has to stay within touching distance. He won't go on the aggressive yet. He's been sizing up this entire race for the next lap.
Lap 26 of 26, Rasmussen, Ronhart, Blakely, Job, then Longay, Lee, Opmeer, Bosch, and then Donoso and Smith with Jarno Opmeer claiming back the place. Looking in the background there, he's got past the Ferrari and he's moved up to 6th position. But can the Haas get the Red Bull in the final half of the lap?
It's a really strong first sector for Rasmussen. He's just eked out that advantage just a tiny bit, but Ronhart will benefit from the slipstream now, all the way down to Maggots and Beckett's. Then will suffer a little bit, but then he'll have one more dose of DRS. Do either of them have enough energy for this final attack? Ronhart, you'd have to imagine, is going to try something, but Freddie Rasmussen is nailing these corners at the moment. Half a second, that's a lovely buffer.
That is terrific work on the final tour, where he took the lead at this point last year at this corner, but he's led for nearly every corner this time around. What a superb performance by the man who has more wins than any other driver in F1 Esports. It's been a Silverstone masterclass for Freddie Rasmussen for the 11th time in F1 Esports. Freddie Rasmussen wins. He takes the flag at Silverstone, a first podium for Thomas Ronhart, who has driven superbly, but he was left behind on that final lap, and the championship leader continues his run, not on the top step today, but in third place. More useful points in the championship. A superb points haul as well for Sebastian Job and Jarno Opmeer getting up to 5th. It's this man's day though. He's the winner at Silverstone for the 2nd year in a row.